Do you realize who you truly are? Because you are capable of so much more than you think you are. And the thing is, our five senses are deceiving us all the time, because even what you think is possible, it's not actually what's possible. It's just what you believe. It's just what you know. It's merely a fraction of what's actually possible. Even your body, even the sense of yourself that you become so familiar with, that's not who you are. That too is merely a fraction of who you truly are. That's, in fact, less than 0.00001% of who you are. Science has proven this. If you were to look at your body and go deeper into the cells, into the atoms, you would find that even your physical body is made up of 99.99999% empty space. Even though it feels real and tangible, it's actually mostly empty space. And yet, we've become so identified with it. And the same goes for our thoughts. When you look at a thought, it just vanishes. Where does it go? Where does it come from? And then these arising and passing phenomenon of our thoughts and our feelings, we create this construct out of it, this sense of self, this concept that we identify with, which is actually constantly changing. And so not only is our physical body mostly empty space, but actually our concept of self, even though it seems continuous and kind of stable, it too, upon closer, more clear reflection, actually reveals itself to be mostly empty space. Now, isn't this interesting? Because this is like the epitome of playing small. Because we are identified with 0.00001% of all that we truly are. The other 99.999% is pure potential, pure possibility. It is unseen. It is unknown. And that is why you are truly here, to discover who you really are and all that you are really capable of creating. And as a creator or as an entrepreneur, as an artist, as a guide of some kind, even if you don't identify with these terms or believe that you are one of these, you are a creator because you are the creator of your life. And that needs a vision. And the thing about the vision is that it is unseen. It is unknown. You can have a feel for it. You can be inspired with it. You can have a sense of it, but you only ever have that next piece of the puzzle, which once in place unfolds the next piece and the next piece. So it's an unraveling of that deepest, truest you. You see, this is first and foremost your job as an entrepreneur, an artist, a creator of some kind, is to bring that intangible, formless inspiration, that vision, that sense of purpose into the world, and not necessarily to convince others of it, but through your own conviction in that unseen, through that your own intuition in that inspiration, does it unfold through your being, through your actions, through your behaviors, through your creations. Your imagination becomes manifest through your faith, through your courage. You see, courage and bravery are the hallmark qualities of the hero, right? And this, what we're talking about, really is the hero's journey, or as I like to call it, the aligned creator's journey. Because to step out of the known into the unknown, to bring an unseen vision into fruition, to bring your mind's eye, your imagination into reality, that requires courage. Because you are going against the status quo. You are going beyond the five senses, which look to the material world for evidence, for a cue that it's working, for validation or confirmation that it's heading in the right way, when actually It is your inner reality, your inner self, that is the guide, the compass, the barometer, that is leading you towards that unknown, that subtle, unseen, immeasurable truth of what it actually is. And when it comes to this vision or this mission, a plan can be helpful. A strategy can be a good starting point, but it is never the way. Because the whole point is to get outside of your comfort zone. The whole point is to cultivate trust in yourself. The whole point is really the courage to act on your inspiration, to follow that synchronicity, that intuition, your creative impulse. And that is energetic, right? To be so in tune energetically with who you really are. That's what it's all about. Because again, this is leading you beyond your senses. This is leading beyond your mind. To trust in that unseen inner part of you is to tap into the essence of that vision, of that mission. And so while a game plan can be helpful, while strategy and tactics can be supportive, ultimately it's just a matter of supporting that energetic feeling within you, that sense of yourself, to feel that courage and that bravery and the willingness to step onto that path that is least walked, to trailblaze, to pioneer a new way. That is where the greatest art is created. The most innovative businesses are created. That's where the most impactful work is done, is on the brink of all that's ever been known. To cross that threshold of believability into new uncharted territory. That's why you're here. And the thing is, that brings up the imposter. You see, the imposter is not something that's signaling there's something wrong. We have come into this misunderstood relationship with the imposter syndrome within each and every one of us, because it's not an indication that we are not ready, that we are not worthy, that we are not capable, but it rather is the effect of bumping up against that 99.999% empty space of who we truly are, which is unknown. So the 0.001% of us that is known, that is familiar, that is comfortable, that is safe, that is secure, will have its ground shaken when it's meeting that vast, immense, true part of you that is yet to be discovered. And so, of course, it's natural that fear, that shame, that guilt, right? That this doubt will come up because you're staring into the abyss of what's truly possible. And so that is actually a sign that you're on the right track. And to rewrite the relationship with that imposter, to re-relate to that experience of doubt, of fear, of insecurity, is actually to be the courageous, aligned creator, and to be in the seat or the point of power of your imagination and creativity. You see, that is what's really needed as a visionary, as an entrepreneur, as an artist, to be wholly centered within yourself and to know that every time you step out of that comfort zone, that you're actually the closest to who you truly are. And you see, this is the main point of my upcoming mastermind. I'm calling it the vortex. It is a vortex of collapsing time and space, of collapsing all paradigms, of all limitations, for you to honor that calling, to awaken that vision, to step into your greater purpose and mission, to actualize your dream, to manifest that desired reality, and to create your life's work. And if this is resonating with you, then I invite you to apply. Comment vortex down below. I'll send you more information about it. It's starting at the end of September. There are only a limited number of spots, and together with 12 creators, we're going to walk this path. And I am going to be equally a part of this as I walk the path myself and sharing my own experience, sharing my own challenges, my own breakthroughs, my own lessons along the way as we do this together. So if this is something that you're interested in, being a part of this 12-week journey, this 12-week mastermind, comment vortex down below. I'll send you more information about it.